Hey Fit Fam, let's talk about a single leg glute bridge. So before we get started, let's be clear with one thing. If you do not understand or feel comfortable doing a regular glute bridge, then please wait to do this exercise. Go back, watch my how-to video on how to do a glute bridge, get comfortable with the mind-muscle connection, really getting the engagement through the heels, up through the glutes, and not in that low back before you come to this, because this is going to be a modification that makes this more challenging rather than easier, because we will be focusing on one leg at a time. Okay. So with that being said, it can be a part of your workout. For me, I use it as part of my warm up. Either way, this is a great exercise to really build that control, and it'll help kind of lift that butt and keep it higher, rounder, tighter. Okay. So let's go ahead, lay back. You'll be on your back for this position. And as the name implies, you will be using one leg. So the leg that will be doing the work is the leg that's going to be on the ground. So in this case, I'm going to keep my right leg down. My left leg's going to come up. And a couple things to note here. The positioning of this right leg makes a difference in how we feel that engagement, our distance from our heel to our butt. And the left leg that's in the air is going to change the difficulty level as well. Okay. So first, let's talk about the foot that's on the ground. The closer this heel is to our butt, the more likely that when we lift up, we're going to feel that in the quad. Our goal is to get glute activation here. So make sure that heel isn't too close to your butt, but also make sure that heel isn't too far away from that butt, because the farther away our heel is, the more likely we are to get hamstring engagement. So find that happy medium. It's usually right where your knee would stack over your ankle when you get that lift. And that should target right into that glute, right where that hamstring and butt cheek meet, and up onto the top of that. Now, this left leg, I have it straight. If you're just starting out with this, you could bend this leg and cross it over. That'll give you a little bit more stability and take away some of that weight, so that when you lift up, you can get your glute bridge like this, still activating one side, but not having to have so much control of this side. But then when you're coming into a regular single leg glute bridge, what we can do here is move that leg closer to us, which means we're going to press up and only have that much weight. And we can make it more challenging the farther away our leg is from our chest, okay? So I like to keep my thighs in line here, and that's gonna give us a really good, strong engagement. Now, I have seen some people take the leg lower. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna get a little more activation from that hip flexor, which isn't bad. We do wanna work and control that, but it's likely that our hip is gonna rotate down a little bit when it hits that. And it's possible that we're getting too much engagement in the wrong areas on this leg. So make it challenging, but also make sure that we're getting the connection in all the right places, okay? So we can do different things to make this a little bit challenging. Single leg glute bridge, again, is already more challenging than your regular glute bridge. But if you want challenge inside of that, outside of where we position our leg, we can always grab a dumbbell. The dumbbell is going to go on the hip of the planted leg, okay? So I kind of just wedge it in here and then hold it there, all right? But from here, again, I'm going to lift up. I just kind of use my hand to hold it here. Make sure, again, this hip isn't dropping. Both hips stay at the same level, and then lower it back down, okay? Big lift up and then lower it down. Another option would be to grab one of your booty bands, but you can put this band on, and what it's going to do is make sure those legs aren't trailing away, because there's tightness right here, okay? So again, one leg's down, one leg's in the air, and you're pushing up. You can also add a challenge is when you lift up, you could let this leg come out with or without the band too, and that's going to work on getting more oblique engagement, and then you relax it down. So that is your single leg glute bridge. Again, I suggest you starting with your glute bridge, and then we can progress up to this. And anytime inside the single leg glute bridge, you can add the challenge with the band, with the weight, with the placement of the leg, okay? With holds, I always encourage you, make sure you get that leg up and you feel that glute engage as much as you can before you lower it back down. If we're just lifting and lowering, you'll get a little bit out of it, of course, because you still have to use those muscles to lift it up and down, but we're trying to connect that mind and body. The more you focus on that, the more you're going to get out of the move. So stay focused on that in the warm up, and then you can carry through that intention into your workout. So that is your single leg glute bridge. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more content.